Charts are a great way to summarize data. Let's take a look at some of the more advanced features of charts. To begin with, we're going to select some data. So let's start off with age range, and we can take a look at the revenue breakdown per age range. So we can just add revenue. And now to select a chart, I have to choose one of the various icons to the left. So I can create a column chart, a line chart, an area chart, a bar chart, and lastly, a pie chart. So once I've selected the chart that I think is most appropriate, I can simply click on the advanced configurations. What's important to note is obviously I can add more data. So over here, if I wanted another field, I can simply come and add that in. And I can just as easily remove that field. Once I've selected the basic data that I want to work with, I can come to the advanced configuration and add some additional formatting. For instance, I might want to add, on the left over here is settings that I can choose for what data to represent. And on the right are settings related to the look and feel, and well as filter settings. So let's now break this up by another variable. In this case, we can choose gender. And now I can get a breakdown based on gender. I can also further filter this data by simply clicking on the filter option. And now the chart is looking a little bit better. There are various options I have available for the design. So the first thing is I can change the type of chart, so the subtype. If I wanted, I can create a stacked chart or a stacked 100. I can show a legend and decide where I want to position it. I can add value labels. So now I can see the value and obviously position it wherever I think is most appropriate. I can choose to show or hide the grid lines in the chart, as well as the actual specific axis. And lastly, I can show or hide auto zoom. So when I have a large amount of data, a zoom feature will come in and I can choose whether or not I want that to apply. And of course, we can add a filter to restrict the view of data. On the left, I can come back and add additional items for the categorical data as well by simply clicking on add. In addition, it's easy to change to a different chart. So for instance, I can move to a line chart and it will represent the data. And again, I get slightly different menu items depending on the type of chart. So for a line chart, I can choose a smooth or a straight line. I can increase the width and I can add markers as well and set how the markers should be represented. Similar chart is an area chart. Again, I have different subtypes that I can set. So if I want to create stacked 100, that's also possible. The bar chart also has similar features to a column chart. Again, I can choose the subchart that I'm interested in, set the legend and value labels. And the last chart that I really want to talk about is the pie chart. So if we go back to the pie chart setting, what you'll notice first of all is I only have two variables that I can supply. So in this case, the categorical variable, as well as the actual calculation that I want to perform. So this is a breakdown of revenue based on gender. I also have an option to choose a donut or a ring chart. So once these settings are in place, of course I can simply click on apply and it will add the new chart to the dashboard. I can also add a title by clicking over here and simply typing in the title. And I can add additional descriptive information by adding a description as well. So once that's done, I'll apply it and I'll be able to have this fantastic chart on the dashboard.